Welcome to Online Read Aloud, where we bring your favorite titles to life. We appreciate you taking the time to join us today for Death's Messengers by the brothers Grimm, adapted by Online Read Aloud. Before we begin, we kindly ask that you show your support by liking this video and subscribing to our channel. This allows us to continue bringing you more captivating readings. So, without further ado, let's delve into the world of Death's Messengers by the brothers Grimm, adapted by Online Read Aloud.
In ancient times, a giant was traveling on a great highway when an unknown man suddenly sprang up before him, boldly commanding him to halt. The giant was astonished that a creature as small as the man dared to block his path, and demanded to know who he was. The man replied calmly, "I am Death. No one resists me, and you too must obey my commands." The giant refused to obey Death's orders and began to struggle with him. The battle was long and violent, but in the end, the giant gained the upper hand and struck Death down with his powerful fist, causing him to fall to the ground. As the giant continued on his way, Death lay there defeated and weak, unable to stand. Realizing the consequences of Death's defeat, he said to himself, "What will happen now? If I stay lying here in this corner, no one will die in the world. It will become so full of people that they won't have room to stand beside each other." But Death was not defeated for long. A young man, strong and healthy, came along the road singing a song and glancing around on every side. When he saw Death lying half fainting, he went compassionately to him, raised him up, poured a strengthening draught out of his flask for him, and waited until he came round. "Do you know who I am?" asked Death as he was getting up. "And do you know who it is whom you have helped on his legs again?" "No," answered the youth. "I do not know you." "I am Death," said he. "I spare no one and can make no exception with you. But to show my gratitude, I promise you that I will not fall on you unexpectedly. I will send my messengers to you before I come to take you away." The youth was relieved to know when Death would come for him and enjoyed his life without fear. But as time passed, sickness and sorrow came to him, tormenting him by day and taking away his rest at night. "I will not die," he said to himself, "for Death promised to send his messengers before coming himself. I have seen none." However, Death had indeed sent his messengers to the young man. Fever had smitten him. Dizziness had bewildered his head. Gout had twitched him in all his limbs. His ears had rung. Toothache had bitten into his cheeks, and it had been dark before his eyes. Moreover, Death's brother's sleep had reminded him every night of his fate, and he had lain still as if he were already dead. Realizing the truth, the man could make no answer, and he yielded to his fate, going away with Death.